welcome to Scarlet Serpent readings. Thank you so much for joining me for this collective mini reading where we will be just receiving advice on your current situation. So, yeah, let's just jump right in. I have a few cards there. Can I fit one more? Let's see if there's one more. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to do 4. So we have the 10 of Swords, the World card, Page of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. So there's a lot of new energy going on here. Advice is kind of to allow this to happen. It's more of being in an energy of allowing, which might be difficult for some of you just because I think it's been a long journey. Whatever it is that you're on, I see with impulse, this is a little different here. There's kind of this overindulgence, but I think it's overindulgence of the self, and I think there's definitely a transformation, maybe this kind of this hint of traveling or wanting to travel, and that desire coming through, but this is really more of a passive energy. Despite the heart wanting to do more than what's currently available, we could say. I'll take this one here, learning with the Page of Swords. So yeah, definitely lots of new energy, and the advice is to kind of follow that through. But in order, it's kind of interesting because it feels like you want something new, but you at some point, or sometimes you're just not willing to let go of, or I could say make space for this new energy to come in. And I mean, for some of you, there's music or writing music, but a lot of creative expression that's wanting to come out here. And I'd say the advice would be to notice it and allow it to come through. But I think there's just been a lot of resistance overall beforehand, yeah. Yeah, this kind of looks like a lot of ideas. Like a lot of ideas are coming through. So it's kind of this idea and then channeling it, expressing it. I do sense the presence of a guide. So I think you have a spirit guide who's trying to nudge you in a direction. I was going to say the right direction, but really a direction that you want to be in. And I kind of see that here too with the prayer symbol of you've been asking for something and the road is there. It's just kind of letting the things that have slowed you down in the past die off before this can happen. So this transcendence, this metamorphosis is happening, I think, in your internal world. Look, treasure. So yeah, that's the 9 of Pentacles, and the treasure again. This is the world's right under the or above the treasure card. Also notice the color palette difference, right? This almost seems like this is the underworld. This is what's going on inside, and this is what's going on outside right now in your current situation. So while this Death card, the 10 of Swords, might feel burdensome and overwhelming, underneath there's this, it's kind of making way again for this new idea to bring things forth. And I think this new energy overall is going to lead you to a place of financial stability, or at least more. I keep thinking of more, maybe just more of an opportunity to travel, more of an opportunity to discover new things. And I think this new discovery, will reflect itself in your internal world. So, like, as you see new cities, new towns, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know I wanted to learn this thing that's brand new. Or you have a new passion that comes out. And it's kind of, guys are saying, allow yourself to indulge on this. Maybe in the past you've been kind of strict on what you allow yourself to do. 7 of Cups here, different kind of energy. But okay, so that, I guess that makes sense, because it says fear. So we'll just say that you almost in the past did not allow yourself to indulge, to have, we'll just say, like the cake or the wine or something like that. Maybe there was this idea of it's not very spiritual with this card. It's not very spiritual to enjoy those luxuries in life. And this almost feels like through this self-reflection that it's okay, that it's part of the balance. And small doses, if anything, in terms of indulgence. But you might have had, I don't know, I just think you're seeing things through a new lens, where it's through this indulgence that you get this inspiration. Or you could also see yourself as, like, imagine this this thing you're pursuing can be expressed in a way that can seem like indulgence to someone else. So for example, if you didn't allow yourself to, let's just say, watch movies, you just don't think it's spiritual. This is an extreme example, but like, let's just say you don't find it very spiritual to watch TV or make a movie, but at the same time you want to make movies. You could see that kind of conflict, and it's allowing, I was gonna say, almost like to face that shadow within yourself, because that shadow wants to express something, and not just to express, I mean, it's there, but just to bring you to new heights, to show you the world, and through seeing the world, see yourself. We have pressure with the 4 of Pentacles, so 2 4s right underneath, right, I guess, stacked on top of each other. And we'll see, hopefully you could see it, but there's crystals there and crystals there. And so this treasure, you could say, this potential for abundance is definitely within you, but it's also something you could acquire through meditation, through that stillness, through that still time. But to not overdo it either with the spiritual work, to enjoy physical life, hang out with friends, go to, if bars or anything, or restaurants, or just go out with people and connect in that way, because that brings you together. It's kind of like trying to see the whole puzzle, but you're not willing to look at certain pieces of those puzzles, or that puzzle, so you'll never be able to finish it without that piece. And I think that's part of what this is, in a way. This figure is the guide in this deck, so again, that I think there's a strong presence from your spirit guide who wants you to follow them. Follow them through their guidance on a path that you've created. I think that's important. I don't know, I just keep seeing this, and this. So if you feel stuck, it's maybe you could consider to be like a resting point, but it's not a permanent stopping. It's not a permanent end. It's more of like a intermission, we could call it. So let's get an oracle card just to see again what the advice is on this current situation. The 7 here. I don't know if I want another card, But letting go of the mind, I think this is tied to this. Letting go of the old thoughts you had around indulgence, around certain things that you consider to be maybe like bad lifestyle in other people, because I think, I don't know, I think you have something to bring to the world that has to do with that. And then we have the three, I was just going to say Three of Pentacles or something, Three of Cups, but with these colors, it might have to do with how you view yourself in the past, or especially with childhood. And I think that might have to do with this letting go and with the mind traveling to a point where you were younger and more carefree, and looking at these fears that you've had as a child and seeing them reflect in your current living situation. And so there's that self-analysis, but even then, it's, the cards are showing, it's like, give yourself time to take a break and to have this fun too, because this card is right next to the Page of Wands, where here it just feels like following this passion that's coming through. It should feel like this. It should feel like discovering something for the first time and the exhilaration of it. Kind of like if you went skydiving, just for the first time, there's this rush, or going on a roller coaster, feeling that, because that's fueling you to keep going on your path. But there's definitely a new phase coming, and it's going to be exciting. So enjoy the rest while you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed this mini reading. It was definitely a collective mini reading, but hopefully it was somewhat relevant. Please like, comment, let me know what you thought of this reading, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.